Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Make Love Not War series. And I've been doing some thinking in between videos, and I think probably the better plan, rather than do the naval invasion where I currently have it planned, instead, maybe trying to navally invade over here where the British and American forces are less likely to have much of a buildup of troops. Somewhere we can get a beachhead and get more and more troops in via a port. So I think maybe this port over here would be the better idea to attack. So I already moved my transport planes down over here, and I'm pretty sure they should have range. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my paratroopers. I'm going to delete their current order. I'm going to give them a new paratroop order. That's going to come from this. Oh, maybe I'm going to have to wait until the transport planes get there, because I just currently redirected them. So I'm just going to have to cancel that out, and we'll be patient here, but I'm going to go ahead and preemptively, strategically order them over to the airfield. And then probably I'm going to do the naval invasions from this port and this port. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab... Wow, these colors are so similar, it's hard to tell the difference. I'm going to have to change this color, because that's just too similar to the red. We already have... Alright, we'll do this like ocean blue color. And then I'm going to go ahead and have that group strategically move over to... Ooh, I don't have them selected. Alright, strategically move them... Oh, first let's delete their order, so... Go ahead and delete that. And then we'll go ahead and strategically move them over to this port. You know what? I might add this tank onto that army as well. And then we'll do a naval invasion from there. And then this group over here, we're going to delete this naval invasion. I know they were ready to go and all that, but I think this is the better plan. Unfortunately, it looks like I deselected them. Okay, there we go. And move them over there. And then we'll do the naval invasion from these two ports onto or around the port itself. I don't know if I'm going to attack the port directly, but at least around it, so we can attempt to attack it. Alright. I think I'm now good to go. So I'm going to focus back down in Africa. We're not quite ready for the bid for the air attack, and we're going to need time to allow troops to move back and start planning their naval and paratroop missions. Speaking of paratroopers, have we trained any new ones? I do have to occasionally pay attention to that. Where are we on the recruitment? Oh, it looks like it's going to be a while. Alright, well, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe we want some more paratroopers before we do the mission. But that might take too long or something. So we'll give a few days for things to relocate. Alright, what do we got going on here? Naval invasion. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So it looks like the Brits and possibly the Americans have started a naval invasion here. So I'm going to slow things down so that we can react to it. Now might be the time to do things in the air as well. Alright, so we're going to have a lot of things going on here. Alright, first let's grab the planes. So we have a plane group here, and currently I think we need to... Now, I did have some air combat. Before I do this, I did have some air combat going over the Benelux region, which might have been the preparation for this assault. As you can see, there's some fighters here. So we might not have to commit everything I have. I'm going to go ahead and put... I hope I did that correctly. I don't think that was... Oh, I have to give them missions first. Okay. So that should be queued up. I don't think there are any bombers in this group now. Okay. Well, let's get the bombers first, and then we'll queue everything up. So these are all naval and close air support that we're going to throw in that region. And I'm only going to take what fighters are not currently active, which is probably, honestly, all of them. So I guess we'll just throw up the heavy fighters into the channel. And then we should have another bomber group here. And outside of the tactical bombers, which I'm not going to use, we're going to throw the close air support in here. Now, they still have casualties and things, but I think it's important now to push, especially when there are not many fighters, because they're, you know, being directed. We'll probably see reinforcements, though, because Southern England has a decent number. All right. Let's start giving them missions. So we don't want any of that. We just want air superiority missions for the fighters, as they're only going against the... I just lost all words. Enemy fighters. That's what I want to say. Now, this I'm actually not sure. Do I want to do close air support or naval strikes? Because I would assume this is naval strike because they're still on boats, but maybe not. You know what? I'll just do naval strikes, and we'll see what that gets us. And air superiority, and then we've got more, oops, naval strikes. Okay. Now the planes are in the air. I need to redirect infantry, so we've got a group here that I can easily push over there. And then we've got some motorized and tank divisions that we can throw over there. Alright, that should be pretty good, I think. We're just going to have to keep an eye on things. Alright, we have 2 attacks going on here. So, I'm going to redirect this tank over here, because we have some Brazilian troops attacking. So this is you know, so far, I just want to make sure that we're not seeing any other naval invasions here. But so far, it looks like... I want to see how the air combat's going. So they have redirected a lot of stuff here. And they have moved all the fighters that were over here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab all these guys and throw them into the fight. That should improve numbers for sure. And this looks like it's going to be a pretty massive fight here. But hopefully we can win out here. I'm just curious, are we actually... The convoys might be troops. I'm not really sure, 100%. Okay, switch back. It looks like we're winning here for the most part. Okay, I think that went pretty successful. Now, we're still going to have this naval invasion thing here. But I believe that should be done. So, the only problem is I don't know how to get rid of these messages. Alright, well, it doesn't really matter. But I'm fairly confident we're good here. Let's see how the air fighting is going. So, we've lost 10 fighters to their 37. You know what? I think we'll keep them in the air for a while. And just see if we can get that air superiority. But while that's going on, I think we're going to go back over to Africa. Okay, so I've moved most of my motorized and tank divisions over. And I believe the AI is probably redirecting some of this stuff. I guess I might as well just have that hook in there. And you can move there and hook in there as well. Now, there's a real threat if I do take this territory that I'll get sandwiched in between 18 and 20 divisions and possibly pushed back, but this is the only weak point that I see. So we'll continue with that push. This should be no river crossing, because the river goes like this. Okay, we got something going on here. Alright, so one of our aces, I think, died. How is that air campaign going? I was thinking about giving it more time. But looks like we have the air superiority we're looking for. They have 3,000 to fight. Looks like we're getting out. How's our construction? So we're building infrastructure, which is probably helping. We're also repairing it as well. Okay, we've got plenty queued, I think, for the meantime. Alright, so they are reinforcing in this area, which is not too surprising, I would say. But we should have troops coming too. Oh, we have another... We lost another one. Okay. Getting troops knocked out. I'm going to give them time, though, to regroup. Okay, we have a new ace pilot. Well, that replaces the old one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw these guys in. There we go. That worked out. As I thought, we're getting counterattacked here. But it is across a... Oh, okay, we got another ace pilot, so that replaces the two that we just lost. All right, let's see how that campaign is going over here. So, we knocked out a couple convoys. Again, these could be troops that were either involved in the naval invasion or were being directed to. And that... I'm here. I gotta do somewhere they're not gonna do a weird path like that, so I'll do here. I know that's a little bit further away, but that's okay. And then let's set up the paratrooper mission. Now, I don't know if we can reach, but I'm hoping we can. Yeah, I mean, I can reach all the way up here if I wanted to. Okay, so again, I'm not sure if I want to drop directly on Plymouth or nearby. I think I'm going to drop nearby. I don't really know the implications of doing some of these things, but maybe if I paratrooped onto Plymouth and had a naval invasion going on to Plymouth at the exact same time, that would prove more successful, but we'll just have to see. But either way, it looks like we're going to be good to go. It's going to take 42 days, 84 days, and it looks like the paratroops are pretty much ready to go. And I think it correlates to how many troops you have involved in the naval invasion, how many days you have to wait. But either way you look at it, I think we're pretty good. And just taking a look at the numbers here. Okay, you know what? I am going to pull out with the air fighting. I want this to be able to do its thing when the invasions are ready to go. So I think we need to preserve what strength we have. I mean, I managed to knock out more than 500 of their fighters. It looks like it ended up more 2-1 losses. So for every one that we lost, we inflicted 2. But Still good stuff, and I managed to knock out a bunch of their... These are probably just all a bunch of nothing. Yeah, usually the brown ones are, if anything, just losses on your side. Okay, and that should have gotten rid of all the planes. Now, we may need to re-establish fighter cover in this area. So what I'm going to do, just go over to this group, and we'll take the fighter groups that took the least casualties. So this one and this heavy fighter group are probably good, and then we'll give them a mission in a little bit here. As a matter of fact, we can do that now. You're going to be intercepting. Okay, well, that's ready to go. And then this fighter group over here is going to cover northern France. And again, one of the fighter groups that's taken the least casualties will be involved with this. So we'll go ahead and select... Oop. What do I do? There we go. Select that group, and we'll go ahead and also select this group. And we'll change that to that. And, you know, another thing I'm noticing right here is this group can be increased to 200 at the very least. Set that limit. And let's see, can't start another jet fighter group, so there's no real reason to do that. All right, well, I think that was good stuff nonetheless. And we have a good idea of how many fighters we can expect from the Allies. About 4,000, maybe, when we attempt the air fight again. All right, now that we have that done, I think we can speed up time and go back over to South Africa here, where we're currently defending. And, where are these two infantry divisions over here going? Okay, they're going over there. I don't know if there's a good place I can really take advantage of right now. But I'm thinking maybe I should throw some infantry into here. And we'll have these infantry go here with, let's say, a couple other infantry units. So we'll say this guy go over there. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab all three of these infantry and throw them over there. And you, my friend, can go over here. Alright, so the AI might redirect some things, but I do want some support here for the attack that we currently have against us. Now, again, I have some troops coming in here. But they're not very high on organization, so that might be a problem. But here we go. Alright, that was nice and quick. Alright, now we're going to have to react here, though. So, I think I'm going to keep the tank divisions where they are. Do we go for Cape Town, or do we go for the closer city? Well, you know, either way, I think we're going to probably get bogged down here. But I'm at least going to move into the next province with the river crossing here. Okay, we're in there already. Looks like we're being counterattacked. I am going to move the tanks, just so we can ensure a victory here. This is going to be tough to drive because just how many divisions they have involved. But if I can push past, I think we'll have some good success here. And so far, the defense is proving successful. You know, now that I think about it, I may be able to pressure this area because 6 of these 18 divisions are involved in attack here. I may be able to pressure them with 16 divisions of my own. Probably wouldn't be a good idea, though, because river crossings, mountains, and all that. But it would maybe stop the counterattack. This is problematic, though, as they're bringing reinforcements in to kind of cut me off, so I'm not able to drive in like I was hoping to do. Alternatively, I could push on these guys as soon as their divisions have moved, which is going to be in 2 days. All right. Keep an eye on it. For now, the defense is holding out. All right. How many more days do we got? 18 hours. 13. Okay. All right. I think we're golden here. So we've got 12 division to throw at 6. So this is still probably going to be a tough fight, but we do have some mountain divisions involved. So I'm going to go ahead, throw that stuff in there, and see what we can do here. All right, so the defense is slacked off, so let's go ahead. All right, I can do a couple things here. I can push on these guys to prevent them from cutting around. Or I can push into the mountains. I'm torn in this choice because I feel like if I go towards the mountains, they'll get there first. Well, I can find out. Take me... Oh, no, I'll get there way quicker than they will. All right, we'll go ahead and do that. And then we should have divisions coming in here to back us up. All right, well, we may be able to capture this Port Elizabeth here. I also want to make sure, while I'm thinking about it, that we don't have the air campaign going on over here anymore. Just want to double check that. Yeah, okay. It looks like they've redirected however many fighters they did have. All right, well, that'll allow us to recover what losses we had, which really wasn't all that many. And speaking of losses... Oh, no, wait. We still had jet fighters to accumulate. All right. Okay, so we're arriving. We're getting counterattacked again. But the defense is holding out. There is some troops in Port Elizabeth, but they have almost no organization. This attack continues. This will cut off a lot of divisions, too, if we can succeed. I think moving my tank divisions would be a bad idea. But I think I'm going to take advantage here and attack instead. No river crossing. It's in desert terrain, which the tank should do well in. I do not have much in the way of infantry support, though, so I'm going to have to move that stuff in. Oh, wow. I have 11 divisions sitting here not doing anything. How about you strategically move down into here? And half of you strategically move down into here. Okay. Tanks are actually doing pretty well by themselves, which actually doesn't surprise me too much. And then half of you guys are going to come down in here. And then you two are going to help with the tanks. Okay. Now that we have that done, let's split you in half and have half of you come down in here and take this port. And I'm actually tempted to come take Cape Town with the other half. But then I'd cut my own guys off from supply, which is... I mean, they'd capture the port, so that probably wouldn't be too big of a deal. You know what? I'm going to do it. Maybe I'll just take 2 divisions. That might not be a bad idea, so we'll have them and then remove one. We'll take 2 divisions into Cape Town. Because while we're pinning these guys down, they won't be able to move down into Cape Town. They might be able to get there anyway, but we'll have to see. And if we take these ports, Cape Town and over here, I think I actually will cause South Africa to capitulate. So let's see where they are, South Africa. Yeah, and I don't think they have any other major cities. No, that's it. So once we take Cape Town, that's it. All right. We are being attacked here. I almost wonder, now that these guys are cut off from supply and they're attacking in multiple directions, maybe we attack into here with everything that we have. and see if we can make some ground here. Yeah, see, now they're going to be pressured here. Okay, the tanks managed to push forward. They're being counterattacked, but I think they can hold out. Okay. Looks like we have pretty much free reign on Cape Town here. So all we have to do is hold. And there we go. So, Cape Town... Oh, they do have one more city. Alright, well, let's see where they are anyway. Yeah, they should capitulate. Even though they do have another city. I don't even know if that really is a city. I mean, it's probably just a thing that they throw up there as an objective. Alright, so we'll go ahead and push on these guys a little bit more. Split these guys in half and throw them there, too. As this will wipe out this unit entirely. Now, this might be pointless because South Africans are going to capitulate anyway, but I'm going to at least try for it. And then we've got troops here that can easily push on this one division that's stuck here. And that is a British soldier, which I definitely want to cause casualties to, because the British have suffered a lot of casualties, and I'm kind of wondering where the state of their manpower is right now. Probably not particularly good. Now, I know I have factories and things, but I'm actually going to wait until South Africa capitulates officially before we do anything. There we go. They have capitulated. But it looks like some of their troops are going to stick around. As a matter of fact, no, the troops that are sticking around are mostly not South African. All right, South Africa has capitulated. Adolf Hitler has announced. But the cowardly South African nation could no longer withstand the pressure from overwhelming presence of German forces throughout the country. All right, well, there we go. Great news. And we are being attacked here. These guys are going to get annihilated. And I figure we might as well push in on what's left of the British forces here. So if there are any troops not doing any attacks, then we'll continue with that. And we've got a couple pockets of South African troops here and there. I may actually reroute these guys rather than attack. Yeah, no, we'll let them attack there. But South Africa has fallen. And I believe these guys have fallen, so let's reroute here. And this should be all we need to wipe these guys out. Okay. Now that that's done, let's go ahead and move these guys up here. These guys over there. And the tanks, we'll wait until they get there. Ooh, naughty, naughty. All right. These guys are getting wiped out. Ooh, good. We got atomic research now. All right, so see about that. And I'm definitely going to take a look at those factories now. So let's just go on to the next stage. It's going to take 350 days. And the first level of atomic research doesn't do anything other than just allow you to progress. Just research time overall gets reduced, which is good. All right, so let's go in here. We've got some naval things, which I was producing convoys. I think I'm going to continue doing that. So we can do naval invasions. And then factories, we have 3. So I guess we'll put them into the tactical bomber here. All right. How are resources doing? We need some tungsten. All right. Well, that is something I could trade for. Let's just make sure no oil or aluminum can be had. For the most part, no. But tungsten, we should have plenty. So we can grab some from either Portugal or the Siamese Empire. We'll go ahead with the Siamese Empire here. All right. Now is our construction efforts. We're still building infrastructure, which is now actually technically unnecessary, but that's okay. All right. Well, things are finishing up nicely, I think, over in South Africa. So let us continue with that. And you guys just go ahead and move up this way. The Italians are already pushing over here. We'll allow what troops are moving to move. And all my motorized divisions, because they're going to be able to respond a little bit quicker here. Let's go ahead and grab all them. As many as I can find here. And we're going to strategically redeploy them to over here. All right. And I'm hoping the tanks will be able to cross this terrain a little bit faster. Ooh, we got more research done. I believe this is mostly just to get tactical bombers research, so... I'm not tactical, strategic. And actually, we've reached the limits of that, so that's good. I guess I could improve naval bombers, so we'll go ahead and research that. And then we'll be pretty much good for that tree. And honestly, I think this is a good point to put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. I managed to finally take out South Africa, and Africa in its entirety is now under Axis control. The next stage, as the British Raj is now falling for the most part, the next step will probably maybe knock out a couple of these bits in the Middle East that the United Kingdom has, and then just focus on the naval invasion of the United Kingdom itself. In case, I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.